20 Oreos entered the snack arena. Now only the Elite 8 remain. But in order to take home the ultimate prize, they will have to impress all the judges. There can only be one winner. All other cookies will go home in shame, while the champion will be celebrated and devoured by legions of adoring fans. This is the finals of the Great Oreo Championship. You tried that. We're here to decide who or which Oreo will take home the prize. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
And Nick Geiger.
Hey.
And our special guest, David Hancock.
Hello.
And it's episode 20. We've made it to episode 20, and we've eliminated 12 Oreos from the tournament. And we're ready to crown a champion. How are you guys feeling?
Ugh. Terrible.
I feel sick as fuck.
We can definitely state you shouldn't eat 20 Oreos in a sitting. Even like a couple full ones and then bites of others.
Yeah.
My eyeballs hurt.
Don't listen to Dave. That's a very unusual thing.
I'm crying Oreo cream right now.
My stomach hurts. I have gangrene in my leg. What?
I think we can all agree at this point that this was probably the worst idea we've ever had.
Ooh.
So I can't wait to do our next tournament.
And speaking of eating more of something than you're supposed to, Dave, you're well known as having set the personal, at least our group of friends record for number of rolls eaten at the local steakhouse. Which steakhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse. Now, I think it's good that we have you and Chad here because we need to get to the bottom of it. It's kind of like a Paul Bunyan's tale at this point.
Yeah.
So they have these not insignificantly sized rolls. They're like a decent, like 2 inches by 2 inches.
A little bit smaller than a baseball, but really fluffy.
Maybe like half a baseball.
Yeah. And they're like...
It's compared to something you never eat.
When you think of eating, you think of baseballs.
But everyone knows the size of a baseball.
It's like a third of the size of a monkey wrench. So they're very fluffy and light-ish, and they have like honey butter you slather all over them, and they also have some sort of like grease on top. They're not healthy, but they are exceedingly tasty.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the better chain restaurant rolls, I would say.
Up
it's
there
like them
with
and Red Lobster.
Yeah, I was up there with the Cheddar Bay.
Yeah.
Now, we were there all together. Chad said one time the two of you put a hurting on some rolls. And Chad, I think, said, as time has distorted my memory...
We should go upwards in the count over how many everybody had.
Well, okay. No, it wasn't at that table.
You were not there.
What? It was, no, I was there. You were telling about a previous trip, I think.
No, it was at that table. Yeah, it was at that table because like some of the other people, some of our other friends were trying to also participate in this roll eating contest.
Okay, you're right.
They were like failing miserably.
I think I heard it. We went to Roadhouse another time.
Yeah, that's probably
that's where I've been thinking it happened before.
So those of us who were there, we decided to see how many we could put back, and then at the end we did the tally, and I just said I'll go last. So one of the guys said, "Oh, I had 3, so I'm out." Somebody said, "I'm probably going to get this. I had 5." And Chad said, "No, you're not." We get to Chad, and you had how many?
I think 11.
And bragging about how no one was going to top it, and he was going to win.
Right.
And I had 17.
Right. And
now, what were the numbers that you remember?
So, no, that's about right. Well, I thought it had been... What I remembered in my head was you had double what Chad had. So I thought you had around 8 or 9. So I could be wrong. I wasn't
Possibly.
there.
No, this was 20 years ago.
Thinking, everyone at the table disputed your number as well. I remember them thinking you were inflating it.
Yeah. And there was some controversy around the decision.
And to be honest, you should probably tell people you had less. It doesn't make it look better. You should probably take the charity they're giving you.
So I will tell you that at that meal, then we went back and we retallied how many baskets of rolls we'd gotten, the total number of rolls in the baskets, therefore. Yes. Okay. And then we subtracted the known numbers and took the last, and it was the exact number I'd said I'd eaten. And I then went on.
Congrats!
Please congrats. I then went on to eat a half chicken and drank 5 glasses of pop.
I hope you dragged some poor waiter into this. How many baskets did you bring?
Hey Peter, we're not tipping. But anyway, so
we're a bunch of broke college kids. How many rolls did we eat?
So you ate 17 biscuits or rolls, a half a chicken,
a
potato of some sort.
I would imagine there was something.
A vegetable of some sort.
Yeah.
How many sodas?
5 20-ounce sodas.
And now you're bitching about 20 Oreos?
I was a different person back then. I had a different relationship with food.
You were barely a person back then.
Time and
garbage disposal.
Time and rolls have ravaged his body.
Did you feel good?
Did you feel good? I felt like a spring chicken.
I ran around.
The spring chicken that I just ate.
I don't remember. I don't remember feeling bad.
Because I do remember at one. So we have something we call Friendsgiving, which all of our friends in the area will get together. It's probably my favorite holiday.
Yeah.
It's the Saturday after actual Thanksgiving, and all of our college buddies and friends we've met since and whatever get together, and we all bring a dish, and we have a Thanksgiving potluck. And you drank like an entire 2 liter of Diet Coke.
I was a different person back then.
I'm not judging. I've eaten like trash my whole life, so I want to be clear. They constantly tell me I had Taco Bell 4 times.
You're not judging, but our 10 listeners.
So I used to work
at someone down to his level.
Right. I want someone here with me in the gut.
So
it could be worse.
So my first job was at this place called White Hen Pantry, which is a now defunct chain of convenience stores. And employees could get free coffee or free pop. At that time, I hated coffee. And
How times have changed.
How times have changed, exactly. Or free Slurpees. So, but I hated those too.
I was fired 2 days later.
They came in, they just found you guzzling the Slurpee machine.
We said cups. Not straight from the tap.
But the pop, over the course of this 4 years, I built up my resistance to caffeine so much that it would literally take me 3 to 4 cups, sometimes 5 cups of pop every morning just to wake up enough to finish my shift and go to school. And it took a long time then to reverse that.
What time did you have to get
now
up?
you've substituted that with 5 cups of coffee.
So I used to start work a little bit before 6 a.m. So
early-ish.
It's early for somebody in there that's like 18 or however old.
Early for me. Yeah.
17.
It took that much soda to wake up. I picture
getting 4 hours of sleep,
putting a funnel into your unconscious mouth.
Mom, get the Cocos.
Begin the procedure. Oh yeah, right. So now there was another, and again, I'm not trying to pile on. I don't know if you're going to be back, so we got to get it all out. You also had like a gigantic, like you ate like cereal out of a chip bowl or something. Right?
Yeah, he used to eat breakfast cereal out of like a huge shared bowl the size of this Oreo dumpster that we
Ready?
had.
Everybody at once. I was a different person.
Man, what I'm trying to say is I'm actually kind of impressed. I'm glad you're still with us.
It was probably like a third of a box of cereal that you would have for breakfast or something, right?
A box of cereal would last me 4 days.
Yeah.
So were your parents pretty open about like eat whatever you want whenever?
We had bad parents.
What made you that impression?
I don't mean you had bad parents. Some people are different. Like my parents, well, not so much my dad, but my mom was super. Like I had a designated snack time, and I had designated snacks I could choose from at 3:00. I could have like a couple crackers or a fruit snack, literally until I was like 15. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, we had nothing. We had nothing like that, for better or worse.
When I'm at work, I'm like, "Where are the fruit snacks? Is it 3:00?" I'm too trained.
But I feel like now, at this point in our lives, we have switched roles. Where when we go to Thanksgiving or a big meal or something like that, you get full way faster than me.
You remember the first Thanksgiving we went to when I was in grad school, where we went to a buffet style Thanksgiving,
right?
And I ate and kept eating and kept like legitimately. I could have fed a village in most third world countries with what I put away that.
You
day.
are the reason that thousands die in Ethiopia every year. You single-handedly. You're a war
fault.
crime. You're a living war crime.
and now it's like
an angel.
it's like okay, I had a poached egg or whatever, and I'm like done. I can't do anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
this is killing me.
Do you feel better? I mean, you feel healthy.
Okay, hold on. This is killing you. But last night at Twisted Burger, you got the heart attack, which is two grilled cheese sandwiches with a burger.
Which is when your heart
stops
pumping.
And
no.
2 grilled cheese sandwiches with the burger patty in between, and you substituted the cheese sauce for mac and cheese on the burger.
Oh, God!
So slow your roll.
That's a hell of a poached egg.
Oh, my God.
No. That is not accurate. It's a bacon cheeseburger.
My toilet would have disintegrated. Oh, my Lord.
All right, well...
Gluttony.
Right. fits right in. So, Chad, you have some manner. For those of you who listened to the last episode, there was a 35-minute segment where we talked about rules. So, Chad's going to go over those rules again. And
I'm not going to recap them all. We did have 20 flavors. We're down to 12. Sorry, we're down to 8. So we're in the... I was about to say we're down to 12, so it's the Elite 8 round. Makes no sense. We're down to 8. So the rules for this Elite 8 round is that each person controls one part of the bracket. We can decide on the winner, and we have to rate every flavor that we taste there on a scale of 1 to 3 dunks in 3 categories: smell, taste, and flavor accuracy. Then moving into the Final 4 round and the championship round, same rules for both. We will vote on the winner as a group of 4. Now, in case of a tie, we will use those scores from the Sweet 16 round and the Elite 8 round, the total scores, which I've been keeping tally of. And from there, we will decide the winner based on those scores. If there is still a tie, the final tiebreaker will be, we will all spin one Oreo of that flavor like a top on the table. And then the last standing Oreo will be the one that advances.
My wife just walked in the middle of that explanation. She's packing up and taking the children.
Is that a cinnamon Oreo?
Cinnamon Oreo.
Introduce yourself, Laura. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm Nick's wife.
She's supporting this.
What are your thoughts on the cinnamon Oreo?
I think the cinnamon Oreo is delicious.
Oh my
wow.
God.
What?
There's a reason
Wow.
that she's not on this podcast.
That got
I like
eliminated.
the contrast between the chocolate and the little kick from the cinnamon.
It got a taste rating of 1 dunk.
From
No
me.
one liked it?
No one liked it.
No, that was
Wow.
disgusting.
I cannot. If
didn't
this
like
is your
the
taste in
Peeps.
cookies, I
I had
understand
the
your taste in
Peeps
men
one.
much
Oh, the
more.
Peeps were awful.
Peeps was not good.
Yeah, it's not good either.
All right, so we're going to get into our Elite 8 here, and who's up first?
All right, first up in the bracket here, we've got
Not me. Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah.
So the top left corner of the bracket is me, and I'm deciding between regular Oreo and fireworks Oreo.
Well, I think we know how this is going to go.
So we do not have to eat these now, right? We're off the hook.
You are off the hook, yes.
All right.
Only
I
I
think
have
once
to
we
eat
get
these.
into the Final 4, that's
We all
when
have to
we'll
taste again?
So,
Yeah, because then we have to vote.
So
Okay.
save.
So-
Don't make a mistake.
At least don't
Save your
pick fire.
palate. Yeah. All right, I'm going to dig into the regular first.
We are filming these or recording these back to back, so for those who didn't listen to episode 19, we are many Oreos deep at this point.
We should also pause and say congrats to us guys. It's the 20th episode.
Yeah, we did it.
Milestone.
Yeah.
And I think we have 18 listeners. So that we just got to get that inverted and we're good.
You're almost gaining a listener an episode.
Yeah, right. And we're losing them after listening.
We have
to
1 millionth of the listenership of cereal, so we're on our way.
When you hear this sound, that means that an Oreo has been thrown into our cooking container that we have here in the middle of the table to collect all the half-eaten Oreos and half-drank beer that we'll be trying.
Are you going to be able to cook in that bowl ever again?
I'm gonna cook those Oreos.
Just making a nice big stew out of it.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and rate the regular Oreo in the categories here. Smell. It's an excellent smell for an Oreo, but I can't give it the full 3 dunk rating because when I compare it to the smells of the other ones that I really like chocolate or peanut butter, it's just a step down.
You're comparing it?
I can do whatever I want. Back off.
All right.
You love Oreo cookies more than most snacks.
Yeah.
And you're giving the
Opening
smell
the door.
of it a 2.
I'm changing it to 3. It's really good. All right.
Whatever, fucking I like it.
Yeah.
The old guy
3
here.
dunks for the smell, 3 dunks for the taste. It's perfect. And 3 dunks for the flavor accuracy. It gets a perfect 9 dunks.
The OG
Now,
showing all these young bucks how it's done.
yeah. Let's move on to the fireworks Oreos.
So glad I don't have to eat it
The
that
ones
again.
that really did a number on David's
Dave's
jaw.
jaw is hanging
Oh,
by a one
man.
tendon.
Yeah, they have that
Blowing it
weird
apart.
exploding Pop Rocks flavor on the tongue. So, smell, I don't know, these don't smell that much different, but there is there's something there. They smell just a little too sweet, so they're going to get 2 dunks on the smell. The taste it's not really that appealing to me. I don't think I like this Pop Rocks experience, and it's got a little bit of a weird aftertaste, so that's going to get 1 dunk from the taste. And then flavor accuracy, do they taste like fireworks? Yes, they do. 3 dunks. So that's a total of 6
I
dunks.
think I get this last episode. This is fireworks Oreo is a great idea. It's a neat
Ingenious
invention.
idea. It's actually clever, and it really isn't bad.
And
Yeah.
if you're a kid,
It's not bad.
That would really sell you.
I'd eat these over a lot of the other ones.
If you had told me that fireworks were going to make the Elite 8 before we tasted them, I would have called you crazy, but I think it's actually, like, there's other stuff that should probably be in the Elite Eight, but it's not totally embarrassing that made the Elite Eight.
I actually wish the Pop Rocks were, like, stronger. Like, they really popped on your tongue.
So just to make it official, regular advances in a surprise to no one.
All
All right, Geiger, you're up next. You are tasting peanut butter versus double stuff.
Ooh, this is tough. These are two of the better ones.
They are.
We're going to wow no one if we wind up with the finals of regular and double stuff.
They can't be. They can't. They're on the
They're on the same side of the bracket.
Oh, man, that's brutal.
So one of them is probably going to go out in the semifinal, yeah.
All right, time to die. All right.
Well, Geiger has been battling a fever for a good part of this.
I feel much better now. I'm not shivering.
Got a fever, and the only prescription is more Oreos.
That really is not the prescription.
I went to my family practitioner. He's like, eat 40 Oreos. And then call your mortician. All
right, you're digging into the peanut butter?
I'm just not eating that many.
You took a bite. You almost were placing it into the container as you were
daintily.
It doesn't
very
deserve a
gingerly,
ding,
yeah.
right? It's good. It's just I want to.
It's very good. I kind of want to dig out the one that you just put in.
There's a bag full of what's haven't been touched.
Now he's going double stuff. Oh, he has to rate
Oh wait,
these.
do I have
Yeah,
to
rate that peanut butter first. Smell, taste, flavor, accuracy. Scale of 1 to 3 dunks.
Say dunks.
I give taste some dunks.
I should have made it like if it's 3 dunks, you just have to say the word dunk 3 times. I give this a dunk, dunk, dunk.
Dunk, dunk, dunk! I'll go 3 dunks. It's good.
3 dunks on the smell?
I think did I try these last time? Or who did these first time?
Not you, because we all
Novak
controlled
did.
it.
I think I did.
Yeah,
Novak
Novak
did.
they beat Red Hot Cinnamon.
So I think...
And in the play-in game, they beat Mega Stuff. David had beaten Mega Stuff.
I think I give it 3 dunks.
3 dunks for which one?
For the peanut butter. First taste, I'm sorry. I'm going into shock from all the sugar.
3 dunks for taste.
I think it's a 2 for smelling like peanut butter. I don't necessarily know that it smells straight up like
2 dunks for the smell.
The accuracy.
And the accuracy, a 2 as well. I think it's
2 dunks.
To me, it doesn't taste like a real creamy peanut butter. It's a little saltier and it's a little
7 total
stiffer.
dunks.
Yeah, it's not a bad showing though.
All right. How about the double stuffed? That was
You
aggressive.
just ate it like a baby bird.
Aggressive.
Ding. I don't even like a ding anymore. There's so many in there. It's a double stuffed Oreo. What do you want me to say?
Come on, just
3 for taste.
Don't beat
It's a
around.
perfect number of cream. You know, I don't really like it that much. 3 dunks. I mean, it smells like an Oreo, so I guess it's got to have 3.
3 dunks.
Well, it tastes like an Oreo. It's got to have 3 dunks. It's a perfect score.
9 dunks for the double stuff.
I had to.
It's the Golden State Warriors.
I want to be clear. I like peanut butter Oreos. I don't think they deserve to go out so soon.
Soon.
Well, I would definitely eat them over like the cinnamon bun ones, and maybe even over the chocolate.
Had things been
So wait,
had
are
things
you
been
eliminating them
randomly pulled
officially?
Differently,
Yeah.
they could have gone
Yeah.
further.
What's that?
Or are you eliminating them officially?
I'm eliminating the peanut butter officially. I'm just saying I want them to know they play a great game.
You say go out so soon, yet in your stomach it's sitting on a pile of 2 pounds
Oh,
of
it's going to be going out soon. Don't worry.
Okay, so just to back up real quick, I should have said this before. Regular, of the first 2 rounds, has a total score of 17 dunks. Fireworks went out with a total score of 10 dunks. Peanut butter went out with a total score of 13 dunks. And double stuff has a total score of 18 dunks.
Yeah,
That's perfect so far.
Perfect for the double stuff. So that
We
means
called it early.
in the double stuff and regular matchup, if there's a tie, the tie goes to the double stuff.
Double
Right.
stuff.
It's important.
Just the LeBron
I guess
James
these
Oreo.
ratings did mean something.
I'm really disappointed that what happened with who gave a rate. Geiger, this is your fault because you gave the regular Oreo 2 dunks for a smell. If you want to retroactively change that to 3 dunks,
No.
then in the case of a tie, we can spin them like a top. No, it's too late.
I want to see the humor value in it. I'd consider that. I guess if I'm going to call it double stuff smelling like an Oreo, that one smelled just like an Oreo.
Too late.
Okay.
It's canon. We've already finished
I'm
recording
controlling the
last
fates of all the favorites here. It's
All right,
all
what's
perfect.
up next?
All right, so David's in the top right corner of the bracket. We've got the Thins versus the Cinnamon Bun.
Ooh, all right. You
Do the right
drew the
thing,
short
man.
straw here, my friend.
Did you discuss lemon?
Yeah, lemon got eliminated.
I like lemon.
I like the lemon too.
Laura,
Lemon-
tell us what you don't like an Oreo.
Lemon lost to double stuff in the opening round.
I think lemon would beat over cinnamon to me.
Sure.
What was cinnamon's score?
Cinnamon had a
I
total
rated
of
it.
6 dunks.
It's 1
No,
though.
Cinnamon had 4 dunks. Lemon had
cinnamon.
5 dunks.
Okay.
It's here. It had to have won.
Cinnamon, regular cinnamon.
I'm a huge fan
Oh.
of lemon flavored stuff in
Oh,
general, so I might not be the best judge of this.
The
one.
worst-
I'd pick that over cinnamon in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Wait, cinnamon bun or red hot cinnamon? You're talking about red hot cinnamon, the one you ate
But
earlier.
would you have taken it over double stuff? No way.
Try the cherry
Lemon
cola
over
one.
double stuff?
Cherry cola.
Yeah, try cherry cola and report back.
Yeah.
We loved that.
All right,
really
Dave's going at the thins.
Can you just take my score from the last time I did the thins and copy
You
it
didn't
over?
do the thins
I thought I
before.
did.
No, you didn't. You did
I
fudge
did the
thins.
Oh.
I did.
The bracket has been evenly distributed so that no one controls any part of the
Oh,
bracket.
Chad, repeat the rules again.
Actually,
You made a pack.
I actually do like these.
Now eat 17 of them.
What'd you think of the cherry cola, Laura?
It's awful, right?
She's making a face.
You guys all like this one?
No,
No,
it's
you're kidding.
fucking
You're
disgusting.
going through all the losers.
Those are ones all
I
lost.
almost feel like it's carbonated and
It
stuff.
is.
It's got the pop rocks in it.
No wonder. Oh my god.
We found a
Oh my
snack
god,
that you
it's
won't
so
eat.
weird. No, that's just weird.
Try the fireworks. It's got even
It's a
more
little
of that.
off-putting to have
Yeah.
Pop Rocks in my Oreo.
Fireworks really takes the number on your.
Yeah, this is really weird enough pudding. Let me take a second bite.
You can toss it into the
I mean,
bowl.
it's still an Oreo, so I don't think an Oreo could be that bad.
That beg
Ooh,
difference.
Anyway.
you haven't tried enough.
All right, so Dave, you rating the thins.
All right. On smell, they smell just like an Oreo. So they should get 3 dunks just like an Oreo.
3 dunks.
On taste, they taste just like an Oreo.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
That was a question when I said it last time because there's like different cream profile.
But the ratio is basically the same.
No, it's not.
No.
It's a smaller.
There
cookie,
have been
but it's-
scientific studies. It actually is a much smaller ratio.
No
No,
one
they
knows
don't.
better than Chad.
I have conducted
all right.
research.
The ratio is exactly no, it's not.
It's close. So
Hey, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah.
it's going to get 2 dunks on taste.
2 dunks.
All right.
And they are significantly thinner, and they do taste like thin. So they're going to get...
What?
They taste like weight loss.
So, I know. I feel the pounds shedding off every time
Right.
I eat one of these.
Yeah.
Your pants don't fit anymore.
Why are you wearing 0 pants? They just fell down.
Yes, Sam's pants.
Anyways, accuracy?
3 dunks.
3 dunks.
3 dunks
All
on
right,
accuracy.
so that's going to give it a total of 8 dunks.
All right, the cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun.
Who doesn't want to eat the cinnamon
I
bun?
do not want to... But I know that they actually taste like cinnamon. Oh, that's broken.
All of these are smashed up.
Yeah. All right, I got one that's not broken. I mean, they really do taste kind of like a low market Cinnabon. Or down market Cinnabon.
Like a shitty Aldi's Cinnabon.
Cinnabon in the ghetto.
I actually do really like the frosting in them. It's a super buttery cream-like frosting.
Oh, is this thing gonna win?
Let's go.
All right.
Fucking thin.
all right,
Are you
smell.
really upset
Thins are
about the
better than
thin?
cinnamon.
No, let 'em
Actually,
go, let 'em
I actually
go.
do like the smell of these, so I'm going to give them 3 dunks on smell.
3 dunks.
On taste, I'm going to give them 2 dunks on taste
2
because they
dunks.
are a little bit too sweet. On accuracy, they do taste like a cinnamon bun, so 3 dunks for that.
3 dunks. They
Wow.
both have 8 dunks.
And
What's it going to be?
Cinnamon bun is staying on the table.
Wow.
Thins-
Blah, blah, blah,
blah. Cinnamon
Making a run to the finals.
Cinnamon bun.
That is surprising, I have to say.
Cinnamon
It,
punching
it
above
had
the
a
tweet.
really weak bracket.
Yeah, it did. And plus, they've been taking a lot of steroids.
Oh man, that cinnamon bun. It's just the sweetness of that thing. This many Oreos in.
It's-
You're gonna have to eat one,
Yeah.
That's what I'm upset.
All right, Novak, you are up. So
Yeah.
your matchup is fudge thins versus chocolate.
All right. I might have had the best go of the
Yeah, you have the best round.
rounds here.
Taking into the chocolate.
The chocolate. I think there's a little too much chocolate cream in this. The pair of the chocolate and chocolate.
Okay, you're taking this. What's your temperature, Geiger?
Thank
100.8,
God that was
we're
in
going
your
down.
mouth.
100.8. Jesus Christ. And this is all because of Oreos.
Right, I was fine this morning. I just started sweating having to eat
This
it.
chocolate.
I appreciate your dedication to this podcast.
Here.
Wow, you've eaten a lot of this chocolate.
You're really getting ads for that thing.
It's good, but it's not great.
Why are you putting it down there? You know where it goes.
All right, rate it.
All right, the chocolate.
many dunks?
The smell. Let me get another whip.
Yeah, put your nose right on it. So
It's 3. I mean, it smells like a chocolate.
3 dunks.
So
send me a type
the
one.
taste to me is a 2,
2 dunks.
and it is in fact chocolate. So
Okay, that's that up.
accuracy of 3.
3 dunks. All right, that gives it a total of 8 dunks.
Now these Oreo thin bites, it's almost not fair the word that thin is in them because it's
They're not thin, they're just tiny.
no,
Yeah, the bites part.
it's really not even like eating an Oreo.
It's more like eating Oreo with reduced fat.
Bite one in half and take a look at the profile. Let's see if they have thin.
No cross section.
All right,
They're good, though.
Does it taste like a bite?
I don't. Okay, let me do my ratings, then I'll give you mine.
Yeah, smell.
3.
Suck it down.
Three what?
Yeah. 3 dunks.
3 dunks.
Dunk, dunk, dunk.
Dunk,
The
dunk,
taste-
dunk, dunk.
Dunk, dunk. Dunk, 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 dunk.
Now here's the thing. All right, I'm gonna give it a taste of 3,
Uh-huh. 3 dunks.
and it is in fact dipped in fudge. Then, so I'm giving it a 3, but
3 dunks.
All right.
9,
But-
a perfect 9 dunks.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in the system.
Oh my god.
I know we put these in the tournament, so all is fair. I can't let this thing keep going to the finals.
You're giving it a perfect
Here's the
score and
thing, I'm
ousting
not
it.
gonna go give this thing a fucking layup against Cinnamon Bun. Like, it's gonna go right to the finals. And I can't be part of a tournament that puts just basically a piece of fudge in the finals. So I'm advancing the chocolate.
Wow.
All right.
No,
That's
smart
like
move. Smart
chocolate
move.
advantage.
That's like where like the fudge dip wins, but then the refs look at the last second shot and saw the guy was like had a foot
Yeah.
out of bounds or something and overturns the decision.
All right, I just want to recap the
But it was
total
stripped
dunk
of it for like an
scores.
NCAA violation.
The total dunk scores for the right half of the bracket. So the Thins ended up with a total of 15 dunks, and the Cinnamon Buns ended up with a total of 14 dunks, but they advanced over the Thins. The Fudge Thins ended up with a total of 17 dunks, and so did the Chocolate, ended up with a total of 17 dunks.
Okay.
But the Chocolate advances.
That's fair in that.
We could spin them. There's no way that fudge thin is spinning. So.
Yeah. That would lose immediately.
All
I
right,
am
do you
stunned,
want
so-
to do the beer
So
now?
our
later?
yeah, we'll do it now. So, but our final 4 here is regular versus double stuff on the left side of the bracket. And then the Eastern
It's
region.
an all-time classic.
Yeah.
This is a
Yeah.
classic. Yeah, this is one. Doesn't that always happen in the NCAA tournament,
Yeah.
where like
Yeah.
the best matchup, or
So
like the NBA tournament is like
Right.
Warriors
It'll happen
versus
now,
Rams.
Warriors and
Cinnamon Bun
Rockets.
is just
Yeah.
like crossing its lucky stars. It's over on the other side.
Right. So right half of the bracket, insanely, is Cinnamon Bun versus Chocolate.
All right.
So
It is what it is.
this is what happens when you have random seeding, guys.
Dave,
Which
pass them
was
down
my
here.
idea.
All
I don't know
right,
when to
so
blame
we're doing the You Drank That segment, similar to last episode, where our resident beer man, Mick Geiger, has selected 3 alcoholic beverages for us to try.
Oh, and you're starting us off with that
I'm just
one?
opening it.
Okay.
So, I don't know if we mentioned it before. If you listen to our previous episode, Dave and Chad are
If
actually
you didn't, you're super confused right now.
Why do they keep yelling dunks? Dave and Chad are actually here with us in Illinois, so this is something we couldn't do unless they were in person because you can't mail booze because we live in a Gestapo.
Yeah. Fascist regime.
You can't take
Yeah,
them back
yeah.
with you in the airport.
Right.
So,
It's a lot, Donald Trump.
Thanks a lot, whoever the governor of Illinois is right now.
Actually, he'd probably be okay with that. I really beer and plane too. That's my great Trump impression.
Yeah.
Let's see what he
Perfect.
says.
Nailed it.
So, I wanted to try to find.
Yeah, I want to fuck my daughter.
What do you think about a bunker? Love that. Taste, love that.
What's the first one?
Moving on. So we tried to find some different flavors of beer. We are, you know what? Let's just grin and bear it. Let's get this out of the way.
Pour it in my cup.
We've got Small Town Breweries, Not Your Father's Mountain Ale. So the Not Your Father's has actually become.
I've had the
pretty-
Not Your Father's root beer before.
Yes, it's alcoholic
And
root beer.
I was disappointed in that. Is this the Mountain Dew version?
This is the Mountain Ale, which is Mountain Dew.
Ooh, fun.
There's as we know, love Mountain Dew. I have had this.
Yeah.
It is real sweet.
Are we using the same
very
rating system?
syrupy.
Yes, the rating system.
Recap
to
the rating
recap
system.
is
It's not your father.
makes a lot of really sensible English terms.
Yes.
So if you like it, you've got to shout at the top of your lungs, "Beer me!" Just like that.
Yeah.
And then if you're indifferent to it, just like okay, you want to say near me.
Yeah.
You don't have to say it's your call. And then if you don't like it, you say steer clear me. So here we
Can
go.
I give this an Ice Navy?
Yes, you can give it a yeast beast.
So I actually don't know what
I think
regular
it smells
Mountain Dew
fine.
tastes
It
like because it's
smells
been so long.
It smells exactly like Mountain Dew.
Smells just like Mountain Dew. It tastes like this, only like more. This is probably more medicinal because it's got alcohol in it.
It's just yeah.
Actually, it tastes more like mellow yellow.
It tastes
Sure.
exactly like alcoholic
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. Like exactly.
If
what
you put vodka or something in Mountain Dew, you get a rough approximation of this.
This tastes like just straight up corn syrup with like vodka poured in it.
That's essentially
Yeah.
Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is corn syrup.
In college, one of my buddies had access to a gas chromatograph, which is a device that you put substances
Everyone
in.
pause the podcast while you go Google whatever the fuck you just said.
You put stuff into it, and then it tells you the molecular breakdown of it.
Okay.
And so they wanted to see how much sugar was in Mountain Dew. So they poured a sample, and it came back 17% sugar by volume.
Oh, yeah.
Which is way higher than anything else out there.
I would actually say this is more sour than sweet. Like, I would actually say regular Mountain Dew is actually sweet.
This is not that sweet, actually, compared. So, and my problem with the Not Your Father's root beer, so, I mean, this is just trying to ape Mountain Dew, but, like, root beer, there's actually a big variety of different root beer flavors, depending on what brand you get. Like, they taste very different from each other. And the one particular one that Not Your Father's root beer was trying to imitate was just a gross root beer. Like, they should have tried to make it taste like IBC or something like that. And then the aftertaste was really bad. But this actually does not really have an aftertaste in the same way.
Let's start it off with David. What do you think?
You know, I'm not a huge Mountain Dew fan, but this is also my favorite of the Not Your Dad's
What other ones have you tried?
I've tried the root beer, and there's also, I think, an orange soda one that I've tried. So I would keep this near me.
I would keep this near me.
Everyone use a different word for father.
Not your paternal parent.
Not your dada.
I'll go next. I love Mountain Dew. I'm an unabashed fan of Mountain Dew. I'm also an unabashed fan of beer. You also have to factor in the shame factor that you'll get walking around with this piece of shit in your hand. Like, oh, that guy's drinking Mountain Dew beer. He must have some sort of 8-year college degree.
Right.
He must be really intelligent. I'm kidding. This is a bear me. I'd drink this.
Combines two things you love.
Right? No.
Failure.
They missed out on advertising by not putting more Povich in the.
Oh, sure. On the night. Yeah.
It's not your father's.
Okay, I don't think it's terrible. I actually like it better. I don't like the root beer that much. I think it's slightly better, but it's a little too sugary. I'm gonna stick with the near me.
I'm going to give it a rating of what I just did with the bottle, which is hand it across the table to be as far away from me as possible. This is too sweet, even though I said it's not all that as sweet as I expected. It's still too sweet, and I don't like the flavor. This is going to get a steer clear me.
All right.
I mean, you probably would love Not Your Father's Code Red.
All right, so that's one down.
That's one down. Let's intercut it with something a little oatier, and then we'll finish with a fruit beer. So this is Mars Brewery. I've actually had this beer. I really want... There's a beer, I can't remember, I think it's Pigeon Minds makes it. It's chocolate peanut butter porter, and I wanted to get that for Chad, because I know that's his
and
favorite.
you didn't, so you're dead to me.
Well, they brew... You made fun of me for the saying this before, that they kind of brew beers seasonally based on... summer beers, you get a lot more fruit beer and stuff like that. Winter, you get the stouts.
So that's their problem, is they don't realize that chocolate and peanut butter is a year-round thing.
Right. That's their shame.
Yep.
This is not really a stout, but it's kind of in the middle. It's it's called Golden Boy. It's a white chocolate stout with pretzels and cocoa nibs. So I'll be curious to see how much of that you actually taste in this. And I don't remember it that well.
This is the one I've actually been looking most forward to of all of the ones that we're trying.
Because you like white chocolate, pretzels,
It
nibs?
just looks like it has the most interesting flavor.
You a fan of nibs?
Because your nickname was White Chocolate when you used to play basketball,
It
right?
was.
His nickname was white chocolate nib.
It also has
It was
the
white chocolate
best
nips,
packaging.
right?
And I am a packaging snob.
Yeah, this is...
It's very fancy,
It
yeah.
is very
Got a
fancy.
nice fancy gold label.
It's from Chicago. They've got a lot of nicely packaged beer. I think it's Mares or Mars. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce it. It's M-A-R-Z.
Who?
Whoa.
It has a strong smell.
Nibs.
Do you taste pretzel? It probably didn't help that we left it on the table, so it's lukewarm by now.
Ooh.
I don't taste pretzel. I
don't taste pretzel. I don't taste white chocolate. I taste poop.
Very mature assessment.
I'll go first. I like this less than the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I have terrible, awful taste in beer, and I'm unabashed about that. But this is not hitting the right notes for me. I'm going to give it a steer clear me. It didn't have those flavors, which would have, on a normal day, made my mouth water, but on a day when I ate 40 Oreos, made me want to throw up. Chad, what do you think?
This thing's fucking disgusting. Steer clear me. But I don't really like the dark stouts and stuff like Guinness and stuff. I find those types of beers repulsive, and this sort of reminds me of that. So, yeah, steer clear me for this one.
All right.
Dave?
It's a lot hoppier than I expected it to be, and I do not like hops.
Yep, me neither.
Yeah, hoppy beers are gross. So
Hop their ass right out the door.
But you've
right.
got an alarming amount of hops, right?
no.
That means you can jump.
Also,
It,
no.
it means that you have many bunnies growing out of your ass.
You have a bag of hops laying around in your house.
Right.
This makes me unhappy.
Oh boy.
Oh,
He really wanted
You're
it.
fired.
you're
Yeah, he
finally
really-
part of You Tried Dat.
Get out!
You crossed the line.
You're making more work for your brother to edit that out.
And I will never be invited back.
No.
Well, that was already true.
Definitely.
That's already true when you advance cinnamon bun over thin.
We're gonna replace you with an automated robot voice. I thought that was. You tried that? I don't know.
This makes me
Can't even
unhappy.
have a robot have an opinion. I thought that was, and he just stops.
You tried that?
Yeah, I'm going to go with steer clear me.
All right.
I didn't remember what it tasted like. It tastes like nothing that was on the label. Again, unless the Mountain Dew beer just blew out my taste buds, which is possible. It's fine. I've drank it before. If someone handed it to me, I'd drink it again. I'd say it's a near me. It's fine.
I mean, if it was out at a party, I'd grab a handful of it.
There's always these people that are handing you things. Someone handed it to me.
If I was recording a podcast and someone poured a third of a cup for me,
Try this
drink it.
oddly specific craft beer I just happen to have in my hand. I mean, it's not as a beer. It's fine. As a beer, I don't mind the taste. It doesn't match any of the flavors it's supposed to match.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fair.
The last one is probably the most popular of all the beers we've tried in the last 2 episodes. This is Founders. It's a really well-known brewery.
Never heard of it.
Well known to people who drink beer.
Right.
This is Rubaeus. It's one of the most popular ones. It's pure raspberry ale. So it's made with raspberries. So we're going to give this a shot.
Whoa!
It is pink. So
Wow.
Yeah. You guys ever had this before?
Nope.
Yes, you have had it?
Yeah, I've had Rubaeus.
All right.
You like fruit-ish beer, like
Yeah,
some shandies
sure.
and stuff, and shock tops.
I mean, I used to drink Smirnoff Ice almost exclusively in college. Mike's Hard Lemonade, so...
Ouch.
We're not getting any of you beer
Wow.
listeners to drink.
Yeah.
Trust my opinions, I love Smirnoff Ice in college!
Ice me, bro!
Oh man, there is like in this Oreo bowl, there is just
No,
a soup of mixed liquids with Oreos floating
It's just
in
a
it.
grill. It's just...
If you listen closely, it's just like tiny little
I
sad
don't know
pop
where I'm
rocks.
going to pour this at. I'm going to dispose of it somehow.
Do you have a neighbor you hate? Put it in your mailbox.
All right, let's try this raspberry beer.
I think this is... It's my robot.
I think this is. You tried that.
I'm going to taste this raspberry beer.
Actually,
It's pretty
beer
good.
fries my circuits.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
All right. Dave, why don't you start us off this time?
I've only taken one sip. Let me try a little bit more.
Geiger?
No,
Sorry.
no. We will sit here and watch him drink.
Everyone listen to Dave drink. Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, you drink
I
loud.
do. So I go 2 ways on fruit beers. I either really love them or really hate them. Mm-hmm. And like cherry beers, I really enjoy. Mm-hmm. But like Leinenkugel's mixed berry beer,
It's great when you're fishing.
oh man.
Leinenkugels?
Wash it down with the Cheez-It. Or other way around. Man, my mouth is too wet. Let me fill it up with these Cheez-Its and dry it out.
But this is a lot like a cherry beer and a sour beer, which are 2 of my favorite kinds. So beer me.
Geiger, you picked the wrong time to take a
Great
swig.
time. I was not expecting that.
All right, Geiger.
Yeah, I have beard my pants right now.
I think I know your rating already.
Bear me! It's good. It's not overcloyingly sweet. It tastes like raspberry. It's got a nice, like, little bit of sour. I could drink 10 of these out on the boat fishing with my buddies. I am doing that this week. I will be eating Cheez-Its this
Are
week.
you getting Cheez-Its to bring?
Yeah, I already bought a huge box of them. Cheez-Its and Pringles.
Just one box?
No, like the Costco-sized box of, like, the little packets.
You contributing to the $1.2 million a year.
Yeah,
Cheez-Its?
yeah. I just doubled their gross income. All right, fuck it.
All right, this definitely reminds me of a nice Smirnoff Ice. I think I haven't had a Smirnoff Ice in 10 years.
I honestly could not drink a Smirnoff Ice right now. Like, it's so ridiculously sweet.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
This is nicely fruity. I'm gonna join the rest of these 2 guys and say, "Beer me!"
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first one I've liked that we've tried.
I get a winner on the
But
board.
did I like it enough?
Wait for
Let me
it.
hear it.
Wait for
Let me hear it.
Bear me!
Oh, man. You saved all your energy for that.
Well,
It's
You just peaked the recorder there. It's done.
Mission accomplished.
So,
Now
back
that
to Oreos, fellas.
Now that I've made all our listeners deaf.
Your body physically moved backwards from that.
All right, so we're moving into the finals here. So let's save the left-hand side of the bracket to the more suspenseful side.
Sure.
We'll start on the right side, which is going to be cinnamon bun versus chocolate. What's your temperature, Geiger?
Same.
All right, great. It's not going up. So we're at cinnamon bun versus chocolate. Now we're moving into the final four, so everyone has to try them, and then we vote.
All right.
So we're starting with chocolate.
Wait,
Can't
we're rating
believe I
them,
have
or
to
we're
do
just
this.
picking yes or no? We're picking one or the other.
We're going to try both of them and then pick the winner.
Not for dunks or anything like that.
Now we're done with the dunks.
I mean, it's a pretty foregone conclusion here. Let's just
Oh, yeah, give me the other one.
beat around the bush too badly.
There's been a lot of times where you could beat a bush, but
Oh,
I don't think there's...
One other thing we have to do is you have to take a piece of the chocolate and a piece of the Oreo and smash them together like a homemade double stuff and take a bite of that. I just made that.
All right, here's what
No, we don't have to do
take the cinnamon, take the
I already
cinnamon
did
bun
it.
one, take the cinnamon bun one apart and just eat the cream.
Yeah, we need to like fully make
Because-
sure.
Does it taste like cinnamon?
I'm
bun?
not-
I do like the cream
I
in
feel like
this.
it's still just maybe a regular cream.
No, it's not. It's got
No,
it's got a really
barely.
strong cinnamon flavor in the
It's
compared
sweeter.
to
It's
regular.
definitely
I
got
feel like so
cinnamon
much
sugar.
more of it is in the cookie, though.
I'm doing my chocolate cinnamon bun homemade double stuff right now.
I think if you had regular cream
It's actually
compared
really
to,
good.
you'd notice the difference. It's definitely like cinnamon
This isn't the
sugar.
noise that you should hear from a Final Four contestant, but
I'm actually enjoying these mashed together.
The mash together is no good. The chocolate is the one that saves this.
I steadfastly refuse to mash.
All right, let's go around and vote.
1,
2, 3.
chocolate.
Cinnamon roll.
All right, chocolate advances 3-1.
In your face, Dave. No, no.
I had no emotional attachment. I knew it was going to lose. I just liked it more.
This is for all the marbles.
this is the match here. I mean, well,
I don't know. Chocolate could beat one of these.
yeah.
Are these
Yeah,
the
these are
first
okay.
two versions of Oreo?
Yeah, regular and double stuff. The
Like that's
two.
the
This
first
is
they
original
made?
two. Yeah. And so for this one, you have to again break apart a regular and a
They
double
will taste
stuff
the
and
same.
Make it. No, just kidding. They'll taste like a mega stuff.
Now, is it really double? I'd say that.
It's actually not. I read an article
It's really
that,
varied.
that said that the double stuff is some people actually like weighed it with like atomic scales or something like that.
3 times?
It was like no, the double stuff was like 1.8 and the mega stuff was like 2.4 or something like that.
Okay. That's about as high as you could go on a mega stuff.
Yeah.
Any more than that, be
The
obsessive.
top cookie's just falling over.
Although I did enjoy taking two mega stuffs and smashing the cream together and eating them. That was like basically a 5 stuff.
Now, this is not easy.
There's
The
not.
reason that these two have made it this far.
They taste similar. All right, so we got to be clear what we're going to shout here. So on 3, we'll shout either double or regular.
Right.
Make it easier because we don't want to be yelling stuff.
Man,
We could. I don't know.
I wonder. I feel like I might be able to eat more regulars.
Yeah.
This is so hard.
That's true.
But I don't know if that makes it.
God, I love the double stuff, but man, I love the regular too.
What one's better for dunking, you think? Probably
Definitely,
regular.
definitely the regular. Because,
Regular's better dunking.
Yeah,
Too much cream wipes
Mhm.
off in the milk.
Yep.
Or like the
But if you're eating them straight, the double stuff.
Which
Wait,
one's better
wait,
for
wait,
dunking and
wait.
Rubeus?
Did you just say that you dunk it in Mountain Dew?
If you listen to the previous podcast, Dave, I mentioned that as a kid, I think more for shock value for my parents. I would dunk it in whatever I happened to be drinking. So Kool-Aid. Actually, chocolate milk is great. Coffee is good. I wasn't drinking
Coffee's
coffee.
great.
when I was-
Okay, here's a good way to maybe decide this. If you had to eat one more of these,
Yeah.
which one would you pull from the container?
Well,
In just
I
a
just
minute?
ate both of
that's
those.
because
full
we've had
ones.
so many. It's just gonna
Right. So at this point, you don't want to eat either one, right?
I don't know. I just ate one of each.
The way for me
So you
would
say
be
because you eat
if I'm
some-
going to the grocery store and I'm picking out one, which one?
No, that's a good way to be. Yeah. All
Like
right.
on a neutral field, right? What would I want?
Sure.
That's for how I'm going to do it.
All right. Are we set?
Do we know what we want to say?
I'm
I
set.
haven't decided.
Okay,
Yet.
take some time. You want some Mountain Dew's Father Ale? Or no, that's the
We'll
wrong way
wait
to say
here. Uh huh.
I've made my decision.
Dave, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Regular.
What did you say?
Double, regular.
I almost wavered at the
Try.
last second, but I
Again, when I go to the store, I'm picking double every time.
Yeah.
So it goes to double.
Double stuff advances on the tiebreaker of 18 dunks to 17 dunks.
We're really sorry to see the original go. They made this all possible, guys.
I would have. So I would buy a double stuff if I went to the store just between the two of them. But regular is better in the dunking, and that's the part that put it over
That's
the edge
fair.
because I
For me,
love
yeah.
dunking Oreos.
I don't dunk as much anymore because I'm lactose intolerant.
I almost at the last second switched to regular. I was very close because the double stuff seemed like a lot of cream at this point after I've filled my belly with cream. So I almost switched, but I couldn't turn my back. I think Geiger's saying, what would I buy at the store?
Double is just the perfect amount of cream for me, and it's the one I look forward to when I look forward.
Well, this now sort of makes the finals a foregone conclusion. Okay. I think regular would have had more of a fight versus the chocolate.
We have to eat one more of these?
We have to eat not a regular. Why are you getting a regular? Oh, you don't have to eat a regular.
Give me those cinnamon ones.
We eat a double stuff and a
I do
chocolate.
not want to eat another chocolate Oreo.
Yeah.
But you have to.
Do it.
The rules.
Grab me a
And
chocolate.
I'm going to do my make Frankenstein of a chocolate mashed with a
good
double
way?
stuff.
That's
Are these
not a rating,
chocolates
though.
double
Why
stuff?
do
Why
I
are you
have to
mixing
eat
them
a
together?
chocolate Oreo if you can eat them mixed together?
Why is
Because I know what they
why
taste
is the standard chocolate just as thick as the double stuff Oreo?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It is a heavily stuffed.
It's a little bit more. Mine is a little bit more. Some of these, like
my
I feel like,
chocolate actually is bigger than the double.
I feel like the red velvet, like mine are smaller, but I feel like the red velvet was bigger, like it's the same size as the double
All
stuff.
the new
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
are almost
Like double
stuffed
stuffed.
like
Yeah.
double stuffed Oreos. Chomp, chomp. Eating the chocolate Oreo.
I literally bite, ding, bite, ding.
They're actually pretty good together.
I'm sure they're good. Chocolate and vanilla.
I just licked the chocolate cream off that half and then tossed it in.
Oh, this was like that episode, the finals of the tournament. Everyone's just sick of watching basketball. No one tunes in just to see who won. We know who's going to do this. Well, maybe.
This is like a tournament where all the we had all these exciting upsets and they all lost in the Elite Eight, and it's like, oh look, Kansas won again. Who gives a shit?
Plus, we all called this too early on, too. So,
I think there's no suspense here, right? Should we just 1, 2, 3 it?
Okay.
one.
1, 2,
Two,
3.
three.
Chocolate.
Whoa!
You guys are just...
You guys are doing it so we can spin them.
We don't get to spin them. Double stuff has more total
You
dunks.
really like the chocolate Oreo?
I do.
Better than the double
yeah.
stuff.
I said
Actually,
at the
yeah.
beginning that I like Nutella,
No.
peanut butter, and
Oh.
chocolate better than regular
It's like
Oreo.
load of shit.
No.
I'm still spinning this thing.
There's no way.
No way. There's no way you like it. The double stuff is going to be at a spinning disadvantage, I would think.
All right, I'll spin
That's
the
like,
double
think
stuff.
of all the
You
other
spin the
Oreo
chocolate.
flavored things you
Go.
Yeah.
I didn't spin that very well. Let's try
Okay,
again.
one more.
1, 2, 3, go.
This is riveting podcasting.
That's how the finals are going.
Oh, 2 for 0 on the
Yeah.
chocolate.
If the chocolate Oreo walked out of this thing as a champion, I'd have thrown a fit. The only reason I even advanced it was because it was up against a disqualifying
If I
fudge dipped
had
candy.
eaten
That's
40
fair point.
Oreos and we wound up naming chocolate Oreos.
I think that we've crowned a deserving champion today. I think Double
Yeah.
Stuff deserves to win. It is probably overall the best Oreo. I think that's fair to say. That's
Come
the
see
one
what
for the
exotic
masses.
Oreo we choose.
The
as
Oreo
winner.
company made an amazing cookie, then realized, look, it needs a little more cream in there.
Mm-hmm.
It got the right amount, and then it went a little too far with the Mega. So the double was where they really hit it on the mark, I think. But
And then they started making lemon and golden, and we're like, people would just eat anything at this point. They love us, so let's start making all these weird flavors.
The Double Stuff is the perfect amount. Mega Stuff is too much. Thin is way too little.
Yeah. Where would you say if you were going to eat one, mega or thin?
Mega.
Mega. I like
I'd
Mega
probably
better
take
than
thin.
Thin.
Although, if there
Mega's
was...
eat it thin?
I think
That does not.
I think
fit
mega
your-
is too much cream for me.
That doesn't sound like you.
I'm the creamiest man you know.
That's just the Oreos in your brain saying
the word mega
I
making
feel
you want to throw
so
up.
sick right now.
All right, so make up an Oreo that doesn't exist. What would be your flavor?
Cool Ranch. No,
Ranch Oreo. That'd be
That's no
interesting.
crazier than a lot of
Yeah,
the
right.
I wouldn't eat it.
Like now they have like red hot cinnamon. Cool
Yeah.
Ranch is not crazier than
What
that.
would I do? That's a good question.
salad.
I think I would do Texas Roadhouse bun.
Yeah.
I would do double stuff filling with thin cracker, with a thin cookie.
It's interesting.
It'd be hard to eat it.
Could you do a cheesy Oreo?
No.
Like a Cheez-It flavor?
With like a
Or just a
yellow
Kraft
cookie.
Singles flavor?
I think
That's kind of like one of those
regular.
Toll House crackers with the cheese.
Right.
That's the
Yeah, I
cheese
don't know if you
Oreo.
can really do savory.
With a, well, you'd have to have like a cracker flavored cookie. It couldn't be like a. Basically, you're just making a Ritz then. You couldn't make it with chocolate or anything like that.
Could you put chocolate chips into the mega stuff?
Yeah,
Which is
small
basically
enough.
like
Yeah,
an ice
ice cream.
Oreo ice cream.
They had, I think they had a cookie dough flavor, which I tried. It was way
You
too
could
sweet.
definitely do like a strawberry one, like any sort
Yeah.
of fruit flavored ones in the
Yep.
middle, which is probably done.
On the cookie dough flavor, was one of the ingredients dough?
Eat all of you.
What's your main Oreo product besides the Oreo that you like?
Besides the Oreo?
And now think of replacing it with chocolate instead of the white.
Oh, if that Oreo bar with chocolate in the middle, that would be amazing.
You're
I would
not gonna
love
get
that.
him to budge. What would you do, Jave, if you were going to make a?
Oh,
you would do the.
It would
what
be
you said?
thin cookies
with
with double
double.
stuffed filling. Yeah.
How about just the
That's just basically a mega stuff shrunk down a little bit.
No,
Like
no,
the
no, because-
ratios.
the
Yeah, but the
crackers?
thin
That's
crackers
cream.
have a different texture because they're so thin. So
I see.
or the
How
thin
about
cookies
just
rather.
a tin with cream in it, and you can just spoon it out.
Like basically like a jar of marshmallow goo that you can just spoon.
They could do like a peanut butter and jelly one.
That would be good.
Half
peanut butter, half
like the
jelly.
red cherry cola one.
That would be
that's half-half.
interesting.
On a white Oreo.
Why isn't that made as opposed to cherry cola?
Right.
You know,
Yeah, that would be way better.
Because people bought the cherry cola anyway.
what was the worst of the day?
It's got to be cherry cola, right?
Cherry
But by score, which was
the
the
pina
lowest.
colada was also.
Yeah.
The lowest scoring one was the pina colada. Was the only one to get 3 total dunks.
It's also a
4
thin.
dunk flavors we have is birthday cake, fireworks, red hot cinnamon, cherry cola, and peeps.
Well,
I think
some of
those
the
are all
rating is on
deserving of-
accuracy, so
Yeah.
the cherry cola was more accurate than a pina colada.
Yeah, okay, here's the ones that got 1 for a taste. Birthday cake, fireworks, kettle corn, red hot cinnamon, lemon, red velvet, pina colada, cherry cola, fireworks again, and peeps.
What did Red Velvet beat? Kettle corn. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, red velvet beat mint.
Oh, you're
Oh,
man. That's
Mint
a
could have-
travesty.
Mint could have had a run.
Mint was
Yeah.
great. Red Velvet. That was when I think back on them, and I maybe it blotting out of my mind the Peeps. I could never put another Red Velvet one in my mouth. It was so cloyingly.
Mint
gross.
just got unlucky that it
You took.
that it took that I went up against it. If the bracket had been differently, because it could have beat red velvet, and then it could have beat thin, and then it could have easily beat cinnamon bun, and then it probably could have beat chocolate too. So that could have easily made the finals, but I fucked it up. So fuck you, mint.
Well, there you have it. Double Stuff has taken home the prize, and that'll round off the Great Oreo Championship. We have our first ever champion, and we'll be taking suggestions from you if you think that you have a good idea for another tournament. That'll do it this time around. Dave, thanks for joining us.
Anytime.
And guys, we'll be back
Real
next time.
quickly, if you want to make
Oh,
comments
ooh,
about
ooh.
that, yeah. Visit us on Facebook at You Tried Dat, Twitter at You Tried Dat, YouTube, You Tried Dat, Instagram, You Tried Dat.
You tried that at gmail.com.
Right. Anything with You Tried Dat, just Google You Tried Dat, you'll find us. And like Novak said, let us know your thoughts. So,
And we'll be back to our regular scheduled programs next episode to try 3 new snacks.
Deuces.
yep.